Namaste. In this video, we'll be seeing the third person personal pronouns in Hindi, the different types of third person personal pronouns, and when it is used and in which context it is used, and what is its conjugation, and we'll also see them with examples. Earlier, I made videos about first person personal pronoun and second person personal pronouns in Hindi. So if you haven't watched it, I will leave the link below and you can check it out. If you're new here, I'm Malini and I'm a Hindi spoken language coach. I also make videos about Hindi grammar, Hindi vocabulary, and Hindi learning in general. So if you're interested, please hit the subscribe button. Without further delay, let's jump into the video. To simplify the explanation, I'm classifying the third person personal pronouns into living personal pronouns and non-living personal pronouns. First, we will see the non-living personal pronouns. And I'm again classifying the non-living personal pronouns based on its proximity, whether the personal pronoun is near or far, or is it singular or plural. When a non-living object is near the speaker and it is singular in number, then the personal pronoun we use to describe the object is yah. And since yah is a singular pronoun, the conjugation for yah is hai. That is, when we begin the sentence with yah, it ends with hai. Example, when a speaker is near the object, that is, example, if there is a big house near the speaker, to describe that house, he would say, this is a big house. And in Hindi, he would say, yah ek bada ghar hai. And when the non-living object is far away from the speaker and it is singular in number, then the personal pronoun the speaker uses to describe that object is vaha. Since vaha is also a singular pronoun, the conjugation to vaha is hai. That is, when we begin the sentence with vaha, it ends with hai. Example, when there is a big house away from the speaker, to describe that house, he would say, that is a big house. And in Hindi, he would say, Vah ek bada ghar hai. Now let's move on to see the plural personal pronouns for non-living objects. Again, these personal pronouns are based on its proximity. When a speaker is near the objects and these objects are plural in number, then the personal pronoun the speaker uses to describe these objects is ye. And since the personal pronoun ye is a plural pronoun, the conjugation is hain. So it means that when the sentence begins with ye, it ends with hain. Let's see an example. If a speaker wants to describe about certain objects which is closer to him, he would say, these are juicy fruits. And in Hindi, he would say, ye rasile phal hain. But when the non-living objects are far away from the speaker and it is plural in number, then the speaker uses the personal pronoun ve. And the conjugation for ve is also hain. Let's see an example. If there are huge mountains away from the speaker, to describe those mountains, he would say, those are big mountains, those are huge mountains. And in Hindi, he would say, ve bade pahad hain. Now let us move on to see the third person personal pronouns for living beings. Again, I'm classifying these personal pronouns also based on its proximity, based on its number, and there is another classification for living personal pronouns, and that is formal and informal personal pronoun. When the person the speaker is talking about is near the speaker and is singular in number, and is also an informal acquaintance to the speaker, then to talk about such an acquaintance, the speaker uses the personal pronoun yah. And the conjugation to yah, just as in the case of non-living objects, is hai. So when we begin the sentence with yah, it ends with hai. Let's see an example. He is Ram, he is my friend. So Ram is an acquaintance, a family acquaintance. So I'm not going to be formal with him. So I would say, यह राम है, यह मेरा दोस्त है. Another example. She is Sita, she is my sister. Again, she is my sister, she is my sibling. I'm not going to be formal with her. So I would use the personal pronoun यह. यह Sita है, she is close to me, therefore I'm using यह. यह Sita है, यह मेरी बहन है. When the person about whom the speaker is talking is far away from the speaker and is singular in number as well as is an informal acquaintance, then the personal pronoun the speaker uses to describe him or her is vah. And the conjugation for vah as earlier is hai. Let's see an example. He is a good man. So the man the speaker is talking about is away from the speaker. So therefore he would say, वह एक अच्छा आदमी है. And he is also using वह not only because he's away from the speaker, but also he's an informal acquaintance. The man could be a acquaintance, he could be a friend, he could be a person who's younger to the speaker. So in such cases, he uses an informal personal pronoun, and that is वह. वह एक अच्छा आदमी है. Another example. She is a good lady. वह एक अच्छी महिला है. So again, the woman could be far off from the speaker and she could be younger to the speaker and it's an informal acquaintance. So therefore, he uses वह एक अच्छी महिला है. Another example. It is a beautiful cat. So the cat may be away from the speaker. So, and he's describing the cat. It is a beautiful cat. So he would say, वह एक सुंदर बिल्ली है. Now let us move on to the plural or formal third person personal pronouns. In Hindi, though the personal pronoun is singular in number, but if the personal pronoun is a formal acquaintance, to show respect, the speaker uses a plural personal pronoun. Let's see an example. When the speaker is talking about a person who's near him, who's singular in number, but who's a formal acquaintance, then the speaker uses the personal pronoun ye. So we should notice that though the person about whom the speaker is speaking is singular in number, he doesn't use yah, but the speaker uses the personal pronoun ye. This is to show respect. In case if the speaker uses yah in place of ye, then it will be considered as disrespectful. Since ye is considered as a plural personal pronoun, the conjugation to ye is hain. That is, when we begin the sentence with ye, it ends with hain. Let's see some examples. He is my father. Ye mere pitaji hain. So I'm using ye because I'm showing respect to my father. And he is also near to me. That is why I'm using ye. And the conjugation for ye is hain. Another example. She is my mother. Ye meri mataji hain. Again, my mother is standing next to me or closer to me. Therefore, I'm talking about her, I'm introducing her, and I would say, Ye Mataji hai. So I'm using ye because she's close to me, near to me, and I'm also being formal with her. That is why I'm using ye. When the speaker is talking about a third person who's far away from the speaker, who's singular in number, but is a formal acquaintance, then the speaker uses the personal pronoun ve. Here again, though the third person is singular in number, he or she is a formal acquaintance, therefore a plural personal pronoun ve is used. And the conjugation for ve is hain. When the sentence begins with ve, it ends with hain as earlier. Let's see some examples. He is a Hindi teacher. So the teacher the speaker is talking about is far away from the speaker and teacher is a formal acquaintance. Therefore, he says, वे एक हिंदी अध्यापक हैं. Another example. She is also a Hindi teacher. वे भी एक हिंदी अध्यापिका हैं. So again, the teacher, the female teacher the speaker is talking about is away from the speaker as well as being a teacher is a formal acquaintance. Therefore, the speaker says, वे भी एक हिंदी अध्यापिका हैं. Ye and we personal pronouns are not only used for singular and formal persons, it can also be used for plural people. When the speaker is talking about people who are near him, who are right there with him, and who are many in number, then he uses the personal pronoun ye. But when the speaker is talking about people who are far away from him or who are not there with him right then, and who are also many in number, then he uses the personal pronoun ve. For both ye and ve, the conjugation is hain. When we begin the sentence with ye or we personal pronoun, the sentence ends with hain. Now let's see some examples. They are good friends. So the friends whom the speaker is talking about are near him or they are right there with him and he's introducing them to another person. So he says they are good friends. And in Hindi he says ye अच्छे दोस्त हैं. So the ye is indicating the plurality, the number of people, as well as it's also indicating that they are closer to him. They are right there with him. And the conjugation is hain because the ye is a plural pronoun. Another example, they are not neighbors. So now the Hindi equivalent is वे पड़ोसी नहीं हैं. So now the speaker uses वे in place of they because he is indicating that the people whom he is talking about is far away from him and who are also many in number. Therefore, he uses वे. So you use ye when people are closer to you or when people are right there with you, and you use ve when people are away from you or who are not there with you at that point of time. Sometimes to emphasize the plurality of the personal pronouns ye and ve, we use the word log after the personal pronoun. Log means people. Example, these people are good friends. ये लोग अच्छे दोस्त हैं. So I'm saying ye log because the people I'm talking about are with me or near me. Another example, those people are not neighbors. वे लोग पड़ोसी नहीं हैं. So the people I'm talking about are away from me or they are not right there with me at that point of time. So to emphasize the plurality of the personal pronoun ye and ve, the word log follows these personal pronouns. Besides all of the above third person personal pronouns, there is also a colloquial personal pronoun which is wo. Wo personal pronoun is used in place of all the far off personal pronouns. Wo can be used in place of vah, which is an informal and a singular personal pronoun, or it can be used in place of ve, which is a formal and a plural personal pronoun. If wo is used in place of vah, the conjugation would be hai, and if the wo is used in place of ve, then the conjugation would be hain. Let's see some examples. That is a car. The car is away from the speaker, so he says that is a car. He can say this in two ways. वह एक गाड़ी है, or he can say वो एक गाड़ी है. Another example, she is a student. So the student is away from the speaker, so therefore he says she is a student. This sentence can be said in two ways in Hindi. One is वह एक विद्यार्थी है, or I can say वो एक विद्यार्थी है. Another example, they are Indian students. वे भारतीय विद्यार्थी हैं, or I can say वो भारतीय विद्यार्थी हैं.